Hello, hello. It's been a little while. So I was sick this week, actually. So I'm just finally ready to get back to work again. So thank you for everyone who has been patient as I've been, of course, away from TikTok a little bit. So what I want to do is I want to pull up some daily energy cards because I did not get my daily out today. So hello, guys. Welcome in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up the daily energy so everybody can benefit from that. I'm also going to do $9 readings as well, and that you can pay through PayPal, horsemanreadings@gmail.com. As well, if you are a subscriber, as always, you get a free reading or healing depending on what I'm doing today. Today it's completely open, whatever you would like to focus on. And then in between, we'll also do some collective messages and we'll just see who pops on here. So welcome in, guys. And I just want to make sure if a subscriber hops on, I want to keep an eye on seeing the word heal beside their name, because for some reason last time I came on, my subscribers, that I wasn't seeing that beside them. So if for some reason you are a subscriber and that's not popping up for you, just put the EOMG, whatever it's called, beside your name, okay? So I'm gonna light my sage actually, so just give me a minute here. As I was sharing, I'm just transitioning out of a sickness, which is interesting because usually I'm pretty healthy, but we went out with some friends. Well, we went over to a friend's house for dinner, and he was sick, and we slept over. And then the next day, he said, "Oh, whatever I have, you don't want to have." So my instincts were telling me not to sleep over. However, that's a perfect example of how we need to listen to spirit, because literally spirit told me that. And usually I'm always on the ball with that. So I know we can go through stages where we can kind of question ourselves, question everything. And so it kind of led me down this path of pulling away because I had been doing so many free things. And so it's kind of just nice, I feel like, I knew I wanted to do self-care this week, but I wasn't sure how it was going to play out. And oddly enough, I stopped drinking coffee. And I am going to be teaching a Reiki level 1 online if you're interested on the 13th and 14th of December. And so whenever I teach, I usually go through some type of detox, which is interesting. So hello, welcome in. So daily energy is a collective. This card says play, beloved one. It's time to set aside work for a while. So again, no coincidence what I was just saying. And I'm just lighting my sage here, clearing out the space here as well. I have 0 likes. Guys, maybe not coming on for a while is affecting this. That's unfortunate. So it's time to set work aside. And so again, it was just funny saying that, like, all the fears that can come up around sickness, right? Like, well, this is how I make an income. I'm currently living at my in-laws' place because we're building a house, and so it's brought up a lot of conversation, and a lot of honesty, and a lot of self-care and all of that stuff. So maybe you relate to that as well. Are you going through a stage right now where you're like allowing the ego or fear to come in? So now I did see the word heal beside someone's name that was just popping on, so that's awesome. That means our subscriber tab is working. So yeah, what I feel like here, what's going on with today's energy is it's just like, don't let these little insecurities from your past weigh you down. Let that energy come up. I just saw a spirit here with me, which is interesting. So I'm kind of getting that everything is spirit led, and if you can remind yourself that the past is something that is meant to be in the past, but it's also meant to come up, I think you'll find this overall like helpful, because we're not meant to suppress our past either. And so if you're finding, hey Jess, we're gonna go into you next, yeah, that the past is like haunting you, or you're just like, oh, the past is in the past, it just feels really harsh. And so the play card is saying like, no, we've got to like relive some things that we thought we learned in the past. As I was just sharing about myself with like listening to that intuition, I preach all this stuff, and I teach how to do this. So if you guys want to come into my Reiki level 1 class as well, It's $109 Canadian. That's going to be the 13th and the 14th. It's in on an evening, depending on what time it is there in your zone, but it's through horsemanreadings.com. You can sign up for that. That'll be over Zoom. And I'm really looking forward to that. So as I was sharing, my body's forcing me to go through this cleanse. But again, we can go into like regret mode when we're psychic and we're not like following the signs, things like that. So I don't know if you guys relate to that at all, if you feel like, and again, it's for today's energy, so it'll still show up for you somewhere where you're falling into that fear-based mindset. And also, guys, I do theta healing, so underneath my shop through horsemanreadings.com for 20 Canadian, I send you over a bunch of theta healing downloads, which is really, really helpful when you're looking to clear out things that I was just discussing. Limiting beliefs. And so if you don't know what your limiting beliefs are, when I come in and I email you, first of all, I go into your energy, then I email you, here's what I was picking up. Would you like to clear and release this? Would you like to manifest this? And it's really, really cool to have someone else do that for you. So I just want to throw that out there. So Jess, again, we're going to hop on to you next, guys. If you're a subscriber, you get a free reading and healing every time. You could also pay $9 to get a reading or get a deeper reading if you're already a subscriber. And we're going to do some collective energy here for people as well. I'm going to be doing more giveaways over December because I feel like obviously some people are in much better places than others. It's a really strapped for cash time for a lot of people. And it's also just nice to like put forward, I feel. So opportunity to forgive, so that I'm hearing lessons and blessings. That's actually something I talk about a fair amount of. The blessings are basically the blessings that come from the experiences that we're learning. And so I believe that there's a lesson in everything for us. As I was just using myself as an example of like hearing, like, don't go over there overnight, and then going over there overnight. We can get into that. I'm just hearing the roller coaster of emotions when it's like, okay, but what did you learn from this lesson? Maybe this bad thing was supposed to happen so you could learn something and bigger blessings could come through. So this is today's energy, it does say that blessings are coming your way. So making sure you're staying in that positive mindset, because otherwise I think you might find that you can get carried away in your emotions at this time, and that will not be good for you. And as I was sharing, I've just been on my own little roller coaster ride this week, getting sick, and it's been interesting, but I was already sharing, more honesty has come up, more conversations, more self-care, and just a lot of different energy. I've totally shifted over to, I don't know, how do I want to approach certain things now? So, Jess, we're gonna go into your energy, okay? So if you want to subscribe, guys, that gives you free readings and healings every time I come on live, no matter what. So I've been called into doing some mediumship as well. And so when I'm going to go in and do some mediumship readings, you guys will still, even if you're not getting like a deeper reading, you're still going to always get like a card pull, or if you want to ask a question or whatnot, okay? And I'm also feeling called to offering like free December readings as well if you sign up for any plan in my membership group. So if you guys are watching this and you sign up for any of my memberships, I'm going to give you a free December reading, and that gets sent over to your email, just so you know. Also, if you just want to buy a December reading, you can also do that through horsemanreadings.com. Just want to let everybody know there is a booking link, but then there's also next to it, you're going to see like a shop, and that's where you can purchase all those readings that get sent over to you. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of a nice offer, because if it's only $11.11 Canadian, and then you're getting basically a free reading. And what's nice about the membership is you can cancel at any time. So if you want to know more about my memberships, I have pinned my VIP and my pro level. But my beginner level, the $11.11 one, is also underneath my profile. It's just not pinned, okay? Also, the general December reading is also pinned underneath my profile. So Jess, Cleanse and Detox, it's so cool how these readings really come together. I'm so happy to be back here. It feels so, so good. Yeah, it's just crazy how like our life's purpose is so defined, and we know that based on how we feel. So Jess, for some reason this is coming through for you. If you have a question, feel free to ask it. Yes, we've missed you. Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'm hearing freedom as well as coming through for you. So, when we go through cleanse and detox, again, sometimes it seems messy, but I'm just seeing twists and turns in your life, but what we were literally just talking about are the blessings that come up that are very disguised. So when we think we're running into a roadblock, we could actually be running into a life partner of some sort, if you're getting what I'm saying. I've been feeling the need to reconnect with ancestors. Okay, life purpose. I didn't even look at these cards, and that's what we were just talking about, how our life purpose is so defined, right? Yeah, so you could definitely benefit from, again, the membership group would be fabulous for you. Get that December reading as an add-on. I think that would be helpful for you. I see this person journaling a little bit, doing some writing as well. And so you're talking about connecting with ancestors. If you join in the pro level, which is $33.33 a month, again, you can cancel at any time. There's no commitment, which I love. If you have any issues signing up for it, just let me know if you're having an obstacle along that path. But the Akashic Records certification training that I have in there, which I spent invested $5,000 in, to learn, that is available for that small amount, plus you get the December reading. The reason why I'm sharing this is because when we go into the Akashic Records, there's an entire portion on connecting to ancestors, and so that can actually really help you go deeper into that. And I'm hearing define. So it's important that you are able to, like, I guess, define who you're speaking to, what the messages are. And then if you actually want to get the one-on-one certification with me, you just have to pay for like an hour with me, just kind of like practicing coaching. So again, if ancestors specifically are what you want to learn, I can practice that with you, and you'll still get your certification because you would just be practicing like one specific thing that you want to work on. Okay, so when we go into the records, we do a lot of healing, and for some reason, again, that's coming through for you. I'm also thinking you're a deep sensitive empath as well, so sometimes you get confused between, is this my energy and someone else's energy? That was coming up in someone else's December reading as well, for her to practice. So that can be a challenging one at times. That's where you can do a one-on-one session, or if you go into the membership, want to kind of get that certification portion. Either way, it's good to, I think, get some support on whose energy is whose, and how to, again, define that. Because again, like, I've been getting this sensation in my arm. I don't know if you get pressure in your arms. Do you need an arm massage? Do you carry a lot of energy in your hands or your wrists? Anything like that? Are you handy? Are you creative? Do you like to bake? Do you like to cook? Do you release energy through your hands? Yeah. So I've been feeling that a lot, and maybe that was like, I've been tuning into your energy for a while, my wrist. Yeah. And when I said that, I was kind of feeling that too as well. So yeah, it feels like you really need to release and write poetry. Interesting. So do I. I haven't written poetry in a long time, but when I was hearing the purpose energy, so guys, if you come in as a subscriber, you get a reading, just to let you know, or you can pay $9 through PayPal, horsemanreadings@gmail.com. That's my link tree. And yeah, so anyway, I'm getting distracted here, but I finished a poem today. Okay, so yeah, when I was feeling connected to the purpose card, I was hearing writing, because again, I feel like that's part of mine, but also, again, feels very much like yours. So doing more writing, as we were seeing with the journaling card there as well, will help you feel like less tension in the actual physical body. And so Reiki healing, if you don't have any Reiki training, again, on the 13th and the 14th of December, I'm also teaching a level 1 class. You can get that in my VIP membership. I have tons and tons of Reiki classes, workshops, certifications in there. But if you actually want to get the one-on-one, I've created that for over Zoom as well. And so I'm just recommending that because it helps you understand how to release energy in the head, the hands, and the feet. And so I was actually getting a lot of pressure in my head for a few days. And usually I only get like a lot of pressure in my head when there's like people calling me in that need readings. Like, I need to let out the downloads and the information that are coming to me. And so for some reason, it feels like that might be connected to you just as well, that you don't realize the importance of the release, right? Otherwise, physical things will become built up, okay? So lots of information. So yes, you could benefit from all of the things, and but I would definitely, regardless, take advantage of the fact that you get the free December reading. That's something that just kind of popped on me now. And I was also getting the download that I'm supposed to teach like a moon shop, which is like a workshop about the moon and helping people understand the moon cycles and how to kind of tune into our energy around that full moon. And also, it is interesting, yes, because I teach a lot of that in the membership group, and I used to do those readings are now in the membership group, full moon and new moon, plus the rituals and the theta healing I offer there, which again are writing tools. But I feel like it's important for people to also understand how important those moon cycles are, because often, you know, we talk about things and we hear things and we see things, but if we don't understand the true purpose or how to navigate through those energies, it can be a really challenging time for many people. And that's the other thing I was going to say in relation to my crazy week was with the full moon. If you're in the membership group, I shared my full moon ritual with you guys during the last moon, and one of the things was like letting go of control, uh, feeling like I don't always have to be the one to apologize first, and not feeling like I have to explain myself. And so it's so interesting because as I had this little bit of downtime for myself, I had to take it. A lot of things came up exactly in relation to that, literally everything. And I'm like, okay, yes, this is spirit. These are the blessings that are coming in because I said I want to release these things. So don't forget, when we release with the full moon, it can come in at any time, but it usually is happening between the full moon and between the new moon. So I think that the new moon's going to be, I'm guessing, around the 12th of December. Does anybody know when the next new moon is? So if you're a beginner level in the membership group, again, that's $11.11. Our weekly energy is going to be up there tomorrow for the following week, and also during the next new moon. The reading, the ritual, and the download, theta healing downloads are all going to be in there. So if you go to my link tree, you'll click my profile, right? You'll click Horseman Readings, and then you'll click my picture, I believe it is, and then you'll see the link tree. The same, well, I guess that's not how you subscribed, but that's another way you can subscribe to be here. And that's how you'll see like my booking link. You'll see my membership group. So when you click on the membership group, or you can go to horsemanreadings.com, however you like, you're going to see the tab memberships. And I also show that to you in the videos that I have. I have 2 pinned underneath my profile as well, okay? But if you have troubles with it, just let me know. After I see that you've purchased any of the memberships, I will, within 24 hours, but I do my best to get it over to you since I'm just getting back into work. That'll get sent over to your email, okay? Which is awesome. So, hello, Amanda. So I did see someone else hopping in here that is a subscriber, so feel free to take up space. I was also saying if you join in, you're welcome. That was an awesome reading for you, I feel. If you join in to the membership group, you can get a free December reading sent over to your email. So if that's something you're interested in, it's pretty much like getting a free reading. And I would highly recommend picking the one that you feel most called to. If you have any questions about that, let me know. And again, the information is either pinned underneath my profile, or you'll see the beginner level info if you scroll down more, okay? So also, guys, I'm doing some collective messages here. If you're not a subscriber, but you want a reading, they are $9 today, and that's underneath my PayPal. So Amanda, if you would like one, once I see that pop up, I would love to do that for you. We already read the daily energy, so this will then be transferred over to my YouTube channel. So if you want to watch the replay for that, you can. Shower of Abundance is coming through as a general message for everybody. Send me some blue hearts if you feel like this relates to you. Shower of Abundance, this is interesting in our weekly reading in the membership. Yesterday's card was the 10 of Pentacles, and it's very much about like being in that abundant energy. And then the card for Sunday was the 9 of Cups, which is very much like just about appreciating, someone who's very like appreciative of everything that they have, so they feel very abundant as well. And so I feel like seeing this card as a general message coming through is it's very much about that law of attraction. I don't know if you guys have ever watched The Secret, but I just watched a movie that was written or attached to The Secret. I don't know if you guys have watched that. It's a new Christmas movie. I can't remember what it's called, but if you're scrolling through Netflix, it'll say The Secret beside it. And it's really, really interesting because it talks about like mindfulness and focusing on what you want, not what you don't want, and how like are things really coincidental and that sort of thing. So, as a general message, this is really talking about us sending good vibes out to other people and also sending that out to the universe, as we were just talking about new moons and things like that. That's a time of manifestation. We get to write down our dreams and say, hey, universe, can you give this to me, please? Or I demand this, or I'm asking for this, as if it's going to come in. And then also with the full moon, we also say, hey, can you please release this from me? Or for me, and then saying thank you. So again, we are talking about I'm going to be creating a moon shop, which is like a workshop to learn about the moon. So I'll be posting that as I create that in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that through horsemanreadings.com. But it says to heal your financial situation, first give us your worries concerning money. So there might be someone here worrying about money. We will guide you in order to show you how to create and accept abundance. As we work together, your financial situation will heal as fast as you'll allow. So that's basically what we're talking about here. When we're manifesting money, a big part of manifesting money is I feel like showering other people with gifts, right? Giving. That's what I was saying. I'm going to give away December readings as long as you guys are coming into the membership um, until I change my mind about that. Okay? And that'll bring good flow, good energy coming in. So, the forgiveness program is also in my VIP membership. So if you're struggling, and I have a workshop in there as well, so lots of clearings and healings around that. A big reason why I also feel like forgiveness is coming up is as I was sharing with my own story about being sick this week. Um, sometimes we've got to let go of like decisions that we made and things like that. As I was saying, we're moving forward. Forward is forward is forward. And what did you learn from this experience? Otherwise, you could hold negative energy towards yourself that obviously isn't positive. And so we can also write a forgiveness letter to ourselves saying, like, I forgive you for this, I forgive you for that. And that can be very therapeutic as well, because often we are holding ourselves back a lot because hello Luli, welcome in. Yeah, we can be holding ourselves back a lot because we're not taking the time to, I guess, just receive and understand the receiving. I'm good, thank you. I'm just still healing a little bit, but I'm finally back to work, which is great. All right, so girly, I believe you're also a subscriber and you are here first, so if you want a reading, let me know. Readings are also $9 if you guys aren't subscribing, and we're doing some general messages here. So if you would like a card or you have a question or an area of focus, we can absolutely do that for you guys. And thank you for everyone continuing to tap that screen and the new people following. So as a general message, we have there's nothing to worry about, okay? So, Lily, I'll do this collective and then we'll go into you. So, you are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. We were just talking about the law of attraction. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. And so, we were just talking about forgiveness as well. If we're hanging on to any negative energy towards ourselves, that's obviously going to be a form of self sabotage, which we don't want to do. Okay. So, Luli, this is going to be your card, okay? You have creative project. Let me know if you have a question, maybe what I need to hear today. Okay, girly. So, I'm gonna do Lily and then I'll do you just because I didn't know if you were gonna pop back in, okay? Your soul longs to express itself in creative ways. We're guiding you to infuse artistry and creativity into your life. Creative expression makes you feel alive and excited and reignites passion towards your life. Okay, so as we tune into the energy of you and David, first of all, I don't know if you've been smudging, but I'm going to smudge. So let's do a little cleanse here. I also sell smudge sprays. I've made a few for people yesterday. I made one for smudging, I made one for cleansing, and one for health. Um, and it was interesting because I'd go into the Akashic records of the energy of the bottle, of the person, and then I offer healing to it. So it's still like getting an energy session through the product. And it was just crazy. I just wanted to share about the creative process of like making this. It was like, it's such a challenge to make. It was like every time, like I put the sticker on and then like water would drip over the sticker, and I know she's going through a really rough time and going through like relationship problems and things like that. But it was just like, it felt like obstacle after obstacle, like frustration and things like that. So I know how happy she's going to be when she uses these sprays because it's essentially going to be healing what I felt like she was struggling with, which is great. So the power of prayer is coming up, and the power of the moon is what we were also just talking about. So Luli, for some reason with you and David's energy, it feels like you're really in tune. But I would say with the next new moon for you, I would write down the things that you want to bring in terms of this relationship, because you get to decide how you want the outcome to be. And so that's where we get to play, right? And our very first card for the day was play. So again, the replay is going to be up underneath my YouTube channel. So, you know, I see this like little harp and this like violin and all this like magical energy, very like heaven sent, which is beautiful. So because I feel like this person was absolutely okay, you're moving in together, awesome, heaven sent it feels, then you've got to work with the heavens to make that magic happen, to let any darkness out of your life that's still lingering in there. That shadow work, any shallow work, like any addictions, his, yours, that sort of thing. It's like going through this deeper side of you where it's like, again, the fears and stuff like that. So I'm not sure if you know, Luli, but underneath my shop, right beside my booking link through horsemanreadings.com, I have theta healing downloads available for people that I email over to you. So I would recommend, if that's available to you, just maybe purchasing that, and then I could do some theta healing clearings and downloads around that for you if that's something you want specific, like in-depth like info about. But regardless, it feels like here this music, this magic is gonna happen. Okay, there's music, there's healing, this person's heaven sent to you. Okay, and so don't forget that. So with the new moon, work through it, and then you'll see that, again, what these limiting beliefs are that you have as well. Okay? So hey guys, welcome in. So Luli, if you missed that for whatever reason, you can watch the replay underneath my YouTube channel. Again, you'll see that through my link tree underneath my profile, okay? So sending you lots of love. Let me know if you didn't hear it though. I'd love to know. Okay? You're welcome. Okay, sounds like you did. Maybe something just happened there. So girly, girly, girly. So if you guys are a subscriber, you get a reading and healing every time. I'm doing collective energies. I already did the daily energy reading here live, so the replay will be up. Or you can pay $9 through my PayPal, horsemanreadings@gmail.com. And you can also get a reading that way. Hey, okay, so you've got the acceptance card, all right? I'm loving your energy right now. This feels like you're so in tune with what's going on right now that I think you're questioning sometimes, because when we're being so intuitive, or we're getting something, again, this was our daily energy too, something from the past coming back up, it's like, wait, I can't be that intuitive. I can't be that good that like this is really happening. So it's like giving yourself a little bit more credit when credit is needed, when these beautiful messages that you're getting are coming through, and you know that that's spirit led, but you're kind of like, again, I see you just questioning that just a tiny bit for some reason. That happens to me a lot because I'm tuning in and I'm sharpening that. So keep tuning in and keep sharpening that. As I was already sharing, if you come in as a member into my membership group, you get a free December reading sent over to your email, which is also amazing. So it's pretty much like getting a free reading. And you can cancel that membership at any time too. So you can get all the support with the next new moon as well, because that's underneath the beginner level, and all levels actually, and our weekly readings and our grounding workshop, all kinds of things. So you also have the creative project. So again, these must be messages for everyone here. For you, it's like I'm hearing like you're like, oh, I'll put it on my to-do list. I'm seeing you with this to-do list, and I don't like to-do lists. I can't stand to-do lists. I read something somewhere once that said like to not write like yes, we need to write things down when our memory is fading, but we also need to train our mind, right? And then when we're relying on writing too much, we're letting go of our ability to kind of tune in and tap in. And so, yeah, I stopped writing those lists down after I was listening to whatever this thing was because I'm like, no, I'm going to be spirit led. I'm going to let spirit tell me this is what I meant to do. Then I meant to do that, right? And so it's a great way to train ourselves. Otherwise, you can end up controlling things and blocking ourselves. Okay, so for some reason, you've got steady progress here. So again, I'm saying you are doing the right things, but it's like there's somebody I feel like you need to let go of out of your life, like a I think there could be more than one, but there's someone in particular that you know you need to get rid of or clean out of your life. And I'm hearing like don't let the door like kick you in the ass on your way out. That's not exactly how I'm hearing it, but like don't let the door, you know, smash you on the way out, that sort of thing. So I don't know if there's anger there or what, but I don't know if you know who this person is, but regardless, pay attention to that because it's like okay to let that person go out of your life. And I know that can be emotionally distracting sometimes when we're letting go of like someone that had hurt us, etc. But again, keep working on that. Again, that's where my forgiveness program and the VIP membership could be helpful for you as well. All right, guys. So, are there any other people watching that want to pay for a reading? $9 could be a few people. Yes, I was feeling like there were two specific stronger ones that were coming through. One felt female, one felt male. You're welcome. And also, if you're a subscriber and you want to go deeper, we can absolutely go into your energy and do that. Otherwise, I think what I'm going to do, guys, is I'll pull up a few more collective energy readings, and I'll come back on. And I'm hearing relationships have kicked my butt, so obviously there's some relationship stuff going on. Knight of Pentacles, trust. Okay, so very fitting for our messages that have been coming up when you say. Pentacles also coming up with money. We saw the card coming up about financial abundance and worries with money and things like that. This is someone who really needs to stick to their dreams, okay? And so we were saying, use that new moon to take advantage, write those things down. I'm doing 2024 readings right now as well for people. And so like the month, it's a video that gets sent over to your email, so it's like your month to month, and we're really coming up with a lot of themes for people as to what's going on. But a lot of people are doing vision boards right now as well, so it's really getting into that mindset of like, here are my specific goals. And again, that's something I can definitely help you with. So when you get that reading, it's like, oh, okay, I'm definitely going to be working on relationships this year, or whatever it is. So Knight of Cups, this also talks about this ability that we have to renewal our energy. A lot of times we don't realize how resilient we are, and so we're still playing that energy of like downplaying ourselves a little bit or diminishing our light, as we're saying, that questioning or whatever it is, or going back to the past when it's just hurting us. So I really feel like where we're seeing that card coming up, it does relate to an engagement. Somebody just said that they were moving in with a new partnership, which is a form of like an engagement. It feels like if you're moving in with somebody that's taking it to the next level. I am feeling that way in my relationship right now. It's like, okay, I'm in the mood for like to advance us. Like sometimes we just get to that point where when you love somebody so much, you want a little more, and it's healthy, so let's see what else is coming through here. I'm not sure if anybody relates. You can send a blue heart if you find this relates. Hopefully these collective messages are reaching someone in particular. We also have the Two of Wands. Somebody's worrying in the back of their head. It's getting to the point where it might be causing you some stomach issues or problems that way. that was actually related to our December collective reading. If you didn't catch that, that's pinned underneath my profile. The celebration card is definitely here with our December energy. There's room for play. Like, some people will have time off if you're not self-employed. Or if you're self-employed, maybe that means you can take time off as well. But it could be like you spending more time with loved ones and choosing like the right gift for that person, etc. So guys, I make gifts as well. So if you're interested in knowing what I have, you can inbox me if you want a recommendation of some things that I have based on your energy or friends. But it does feel like, in terms of Queen of Swords here, Independence, this is like a really strong individual person who has a lot of characteristics and qualities. Again, they're not seeing their own light, but when we see this sword from this card, it's talking about cord cutting. We were already seeing that in our readings of like, whose energy is this? Is this mine or is this yours? Cutting people out of our life. I don't like to call it cutting them out, but if we're not happy in this situation, this could literally be rearranging your closet and just getting rid of some things that you don't like. As simple as that. You're cutting out the old version of you. You're like, no, those clothes don't fit me anymore, or I could give them to Goodwill. We were already saying that too, like putting your best foot forward. Putting forward will bring more abundance and more flow into your life, so don't stop that flow from moving, okay? So hello, welcome in, guys. So we'll do a couple more collective readings. If you feel like any of this is connecting to you, could you please send a blue heart? It's really helpful for me to know that collective readings are benefiting people. You can pay $9 to get a deeper reading or to get a reading, or you can subscribe as well, and we go deeper your first time. So Page of Pentacles, I'm feeling like there's someone who has emotional trauma that's getting stirred up, something from their past again. There's a lot of impatience, even though it says that there's good luck. So again, I'm feeling a lot of negativity in my legs, which is interesting because earlier I was feeling that in my arms. Now I'm feeling that in my legs. So again, I have a Reiki class coming up on December 13th and 14th. If you want to learn how to remove negative energy and replace negative energy with positive energy, feel free to come into that class. I think it'll be really, really helpful. If you're VIP in my membership, you also have access to the Reiki training, but the fact that I'm getting that in my legs is telling me, okay, like, you have some energy you need to remove energy wise. I also send Reiki over to your email as well. It's a Reiki video, and I explain where your energy is hanging out, and then I remove it as well to the best of my ability. So that might be another benefit for you. Also, guys, I'm doing free December readings over to your email if you sign up for any of my membership groups right now. Okay, so that's through horsemanreadings.com, or you can click my link tree. Last card here, okay, Page of Pentacles. I'm feeling some sadness coming through. Again, there's such positive energy. There are so many blessings. So why are you sad? What's getting you down? Because I'm kind of feeling like some people are like looking at your glass half empty versus half full. Other people are just having a little bit of a run of bad luck. So because I mean, that is a thing that happens. We go through stages where it's like, okay, I'm just having a bad day. But we've got to switch it over. You know, we can't stay in that energy. So again, that's up to you to grind a little bit more, or put more pep back in your step. And the cleanse and detox card was also there. So pay close attention to that if you're feeling like you are feeling called to doing any type of cleanse. If you come into my Reiki class, you do go through a cleanse and detox as well with that. So the attunement process allows your chakras to start spinning upside down and backwards for 21 days. So it's not a big deal, but it's also a period where you get to focus on you. And if you ever want to learn your level 2, you can reach out to me that way as well. But don't forget, hello. But yeah, don't forget that those are options that are available to you to keep learning more tools. So I'm gonna go, guys. All right. Bye for now, guys. Take care. Thanks for being here. I'll be back on.